Come on. Don't be shy now. You're doing this. Come on. There we go. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today, we're continuing engine block work. Well, not necessarily. I've got some moths in here. That's annoying. I digress. Anyway, we're working on the engine of the 1:25 Revell Boss Mustang, 1971 351. That's the nuts and bolts of the scenario, and there's not too much more to say than that. So, without further ado, I will get box of stuff up. Here are the bits we're going to be working on. Hang on. Now, chin chin. That's the ticket. Now, bring you guys around. Yeah, that'll do for the time being. Now, I don't know if there's anything on there I wish to work on. Definitely, however, here. Now, and I think, excuse me, yeah, that'll do it. Now, our first port of call, I think, is going to be a black color, but we shall see. Because I'll just have a quick squeeze in these other sprues to see if there's any other engine parts. Nah, alrighty. Now, so, excuse me for a moment. Now, I've just realised I haven't got any paper towel handy, so I should probably go grab some. What I'll do first, let me just move in a little. Actually, no, I'll go get that paper towel. I'll top up the water for the rinsing, and then I'll move in and we'll have a look at the assembly sheets to get exact colours that we will be working on today. Yes. So, give me a moment. I shan't be long, and we'll start getting a little busy with the kit. As I said, I think first and primary colour we'll work with today, and I've also got to be out and about fairly soon. I have a tyre rotation booked, so yeah, I need to be off in time to make it plausible for me to get to where I need to be. I'm sure you understand. Now, here we go. In we come. A bit further. There we go. Now, put those over to there. These to there. Alrighty. Now, now B's the chassis, but I want to do that a slightly different black myself. Although, yeah. Okay, yeah, we've got quite a lot of chassis black that we can trot out. And we will too. Alrighty. So I'm just having a look as to where it all goes. One thing I will say, and I find outstanding, that they're quite specific as to what colour is where. And that really is going to help a lot when it comes down to the accuracy. All right. I've found what we're going to be painting. So what we're looking at here is, I'll give you a bit of a zoom in. I'll move that to there because that's going to sit a bit better for the time being. I may need to move you again. So what we got here, these areas here, chassis black. There's also 2 caps that we need to locate. Now, what part numbers are they? 104. Excuse me. 104. Boom. Okay. Excellent. Part 110, which I've started on, I would say. Give me a moment. Looking. Not finding yet. 100, 112, 120. Finding all the numbers around it. What does it look like? I'm just trying to make sure I've got a fix on. Excuse me. There it is. Boom. Right, and right. Okay. Right. Got that. Part 116 being Robin. Where's 116? Boom. Okay. That doesn't. No, that's not right. No, it is not right. I don't know, but it must be. That's 118, you blind bastard. 116. Look, you won't worry. I'm not going to go. Yeah, let's just get started, shall we? Oh, hang on. Oh, you dumbass. I think I've been. Yes, it's the this fan. Dear oh dear. Made a meal out. That's a weird looking. I wonder why it's like that. Never mind. Now, so this we then do, and 118. Oh yeah. It's all very straightforward sort of stuff at this juncture now. So let's get started. Excuse me. Now the colour we're going to be utilising today. It's around here somewhere. Obi Rob knows this to be true. Looking. Not quite finding yet. Hang on. Maybe. No, that's straight black. Chassis black. That's the one we're after. Whoops. I'll zoom you out. Oh, hey, David. How you doing? Okay, we got chassis black. That's what we're rolling with today. And where's my goggles? I should perhaps make sure I have. There they are. Excellent. Now, supposed to be 34 today, and it's already feeling a bit yucky. It's not actually that warm, it just feels yucky. Tomorrow and Wednesday are going to feel much yuckier, 39 and 41. Dear oh dear, Governor. That's all I'm saying. Now, alrighty. How are we looking? Yeah, I'd say that's actually the thing about paints, and I'm sure you're already aware of this, but in case you're not. Once you've mixed them once, it's not as hard as to get them to remix the initial ones, because of course you get the residue settling in. But this is probably good to go. So this we will now do. Now, yeah, nice. Alrighty. So I'm going to quickly check. There's a couple of bits there on our whatchamacallit, air filter that I want to check. They don't say that, but all right. So what we're gonna do? That should be enough. Just give the top of the bottle a quick wipe. Dealy. And then we shall start with our bigger parts, being these. Now, actually, because there's that border, what I might do is actually go the small stuff first, because then I can use the small brush to finish to go around the edges there. Whereupon, of course, I can excuse me, something just occurred to me. I know they're different again. Okay, I was speculating about the color of the fan belt parts. Anyway, you'll be able to get into those little spots there with that small brush before trotting out the big one. Just go bam, bam. Alrighty, now, so, and I guess I could go do those little bands there on the air filter black. They don't actually say any color at all. I have news for them. Alrighty, so I will get a nice crisp brush. Oh, I like the looks of that one. That'll do us. All right, get a mouthful of coffee. Actually, that might be a little too sharp for some stuff. Might get a few out. It's always good. Now, the big one we'll use when it comes to hitting the bigger area, take no prisoners. Get that one sorted straight away. Now, boom. Now, this one I might start with, actually. It's a very good brush from the viewpoint of, yeah, bit of an all-rounder for it'll do a bit of detail. And all right, we'll start with our two caps, which are going to be very easy to do. reservoir of paint in the brush. There we go. Oh, hang on a moment. There we go. So I'm just going to go around here. And there we go, I think. There we go, yeah. All right, one. Next one. Now, while we're in this neck of the woods, we may as well do these little bits here on there, on the air filter. Which means I'll get my goggles on. Oh, hey, Debris, how you doing? Cleveland, is that what it is? There you have it. I'm actually really enjoying the detailing on this. I've always liked Mustangs, and yeah, I'm probably never ever going to own one, unfortunately. But I can build some. Alrighty. There we have it. Right, there's our rocker cover caps. Next, now we'll. Oh, nice. Nice. The excuse me. On that sort of a broad topic, when I say broad topic, I'm meaning big cars, big engine sort of stuff. I was driving. Oh, you wouldn't even know that I was driving down. That's an irrelevancy. I was driving along is the bottom line, and this rather nice, in fact, let's not be shy, shit hot condition set of wheels, Cadillac. I couldn't tell you a year or anything like that, but it was definitely a caddy. And let me just get you a bit of a view now. Where am I? I'm going up there, and it was a pretty sexy set of wheels, that I gotta say. Yeah. Yeah. As I say, I'm not generally a car person. It's not. It's a thing. Well, not a thing. But it's not something I've ever really. Well, some cars, notably, obviously Mustangs, make me go ooh and ah. they're not really my thing, but this was a bit special. And there are some cars that are undeniably special. This was certainly one. All right. Oh, Datsun's Eds. I used to know a guy who had the 240, which is, to me, is the classic. More than the later models. All right, how have we done there? Not badly. I'll just do a quick zip across. Here. And there. Alrighty. I'll give you a quick zoom in on that one now. Bearing in mind, hang on. What am I doing? Bearing in mind, touch-ups required. There we go. It's coming along. Even just on, okay, look, my knowledge of cars is, it's about as comprehensive as the well-tooled tome of everything men know about women. And pretty much all the things I like about cars are usually based purely on aesthetics, really. Which, if you're not knowledgeable, and sometimes sounds good. That's it. And for me, the 240 certainly has the look, if you know what I'm saying. 110. 110 was down here, wasn't it? 110. And we go there. Give me a moment, chaps. Oh, hang on. Oh, yep. Yeah, I'm 57, mate. You're preaching to the choir, man. Preaching to the choir. My bigger issue, as I always say to people, is that I was always warned some of my recreational activities would affect my eyesight, and I did not stop. Nah. Mind you, as I also point out, it was too late. I couldn't even see who was telling me. Now, might zoom out just a little for the time being. Oops. Oh well, tidy up time there, I guess, in due course. Never mind. Oops. Tidy ups. Which is, of course, very much par for the course. What you going to do? You're building a scale model. Give me a moment, and I will return to chat board once I've done the edge here. into there, almost. Oh, hey, Paul, how are you doing? All right. Almost. Right. So that's this little widget here, which has still got one more color to go on. Give me a moment. Where are we? There. Boom. Zoom out. Next small bit will be 118. Boom. Now, that's got a part there. There, 118 just looks different too. Oh, I see. I thought that is a. I'll zoom in for this. It's kind of funny. I see humour. I thought that was a piece of sprue. It's actually part of the. That's the part there, the hole. Dearie me. Now that I've got that sorted, and identified, here we go. Oh dear, oh dear. Here we go. Here. I'm not quite sure what the other colour will be in the upper area that I pointed out to you. It's colour F, whatever colour F is. So yeah. All in good time. All in good time. Once I've gotten the this black completed, most of the engine will have been detailed. You start then moving to the lesser colours. So yeah. Now, depending on factors X, Y, and Z, it may be a little bit of work on the engine and then move on to other stuff because we may need to let it dry. Yada, 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 yada. Boom. There we do. Next, we have. Now, they reckon the fan is this color. I don't want to do it this color. I'm actually going to do it a darker metallic. I'll show you that in a minute. In the meantime, 1112, 111, then we're on to the actual engine block. Giggity. This is all good. Now 1112. Give me a moment. Yes, that one. So give me a moment, guys. And I found another one that we need to do. Okay. This one here. Rightio. It's there. Where to put it? Oh, for God's sake, what have you done, boy? Oh, there it is, of course. There we go. Whew. Oh, and there's the other part I need to do this colour. Excellent. Give you a bit of a zoom in once these are... Oh, cheers, lads. Power machines. This means I'm going to be needing to shut the door. I'll finish this part. I'm sure you can hear the background racket that I just don't be needing right now. And now he's turned it off. But I would suggest that, in all likelihood, that's a bit of a forewarning, as it were. And we will take it as such. So, when I've finished, I mean, let's face it, that's probably just a test to make sure she's up and running, and then boom. While I'm here, that's that part. Oh, and then there's that part. Well, at the moment it's quiet. I can maybe get these last bits done. And then wouldn't mind just doing this side here. This is the rocket cover caps. I just want them to look nice and pretty. Oh, so pretty. There we go. In the city, ladies look pretty. All right. Yes. Now my hand's doing its go to sleep thing. Most inconvenient, I'll tell you that free of charge. Give me a moment. Just loosen it up. Oh, come on now. Come on. It actually held up yesterday. I did jamming yesterday, and we were playing for what, 3.5 hours. My hand held up real well. It's a different thing, though, of course, because your fingers are just moving all the time when you're playing. Now, it's still a bit asleep, but we'll see how we go. All I actually need to do with this one is that top area on this one. Yeah, right, yeah. Now, so we're going first. Shake those hands out. Don't mind me, because my God, this hand's really starting to get quite painful, actually. I'm going to do it physically. There we go. There we go. Come on. You know you want to come back to life. There we go. Right. Now, where was I? as you can probably hear, it is now time to shut the door. Give me a moment. There we go. Done. Now, quickly zoom in for those. Yeah. Boom. That's it. There's another color. There's other colors to go on those, but that's where we are with them. That one. And where is she? That one probably is a bit of a touch up actually. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give my brush a quick clean. I'll be reusing it. I'm just giving it a. These guys are. I'm not quite sure if they're leaf blowing or what they're doing. The noise is faded, but you know it's going to come back. It's just going to piss me off. So rather than be pissed off, what I'm going to do is shut the door. Oops, sorry guys. And zoom you out a bit once more. Now, ooh. Oh, Jesus, dude. Yeah, look, let's face it. This, I think we can all pretty much universally agree that this getting old caper sucks, and not in a good way. Yeah, it's an experience I could certainly do without. They don't tell you about this in the brochures, you know. And I remember quite recently, in fact, I was talking to one of my former neighbours who's much older than I am. She's in her 80s. I pop round and visit them occasionally with some yummy stuff that I've made. Anyway, point being that we were talking about the various discomforts that I've already, of course, discovered, and she's 30 years further down the track than I am. And the thing we were going, yeah, really about was you see in all the ads for retirement villages and stuff like this, these, oh, Jesus. You see all these images of vibrant, energetic old people and beaming and the vitality. And you think, what a load of shit. We all know it's shit. They know it's shit. And still, they expect us to believe that? I ask you. Yeah, it's, as I said, getting, I tell you. Now, let's get back to our engine block. We're on to the engine block, because this is, the other stuff's not the engine block. Now, all I need to do is a little bit with this, and then we can just get the big brush out. And that we will do. Now, I actually think, all jokes aside, I think Zimmer frames are actually, or can be, a problem on their own, in as much as however much it hurts, I reckon you're better off, and this is what I'm trying to do, making sure you force yourself upright, and hold it there. And once you get there, your body will be better for it. This is my theory. I'm not basing this on any scientific papers, I hasten to add. We're standing upright. It forces your core muscles and your back and everything to do what they're meant to do. If you can do that, that's my theory. All I'm saying. Theory. But yeah. All right, let's have a good close look at these. Right. Actually, yeah, they don't get too specific. Yeah. All right. Now. Oops. The I'll probably zoom in just a little here. I believe the term for what I'm doing here, where I go in with for the fine detail and then leave the bigger stuff till I've done that, is in, because a friend of mine's actually done house painting briefly, but as a paid employee, and the term is apparently cutting in. Gonna need a bit of a tidy up there. And into. Whew. Boom. Now, alrighty. Now, I've, as I said, cut in on this one, so we'll do the same on this one. Now, got a bit zealous there, but never mind. Oh, yeah, now, you see, it's right about now that I can tell my back's going to really appreciate, or not really appreciating, my hunching over like Quasimodo as I try to get into the tight spots. I don't even get somebody giving me water while I do this. All right. But now I don't need to do the Quasimodo to get nice and tight. Let's see what's what. I can just clean this brush. Hit the engine block with the big brush. And then we're well on the way to getting a lot of this done. We're getting this done now. There is one thing I would like to do that's in a slightly unusual colour. Actually, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll go for... yeah, I'll use steel instead of... Okay, I'm good. No, I'm not going to go for the gunmetal grey on the fan. I'll use straight steel, I reckon. Or maybe we'll go gunmetal grey because I want a little darker. Yeah, I will. All right. Now... oh, maybe not. I need to make my mind up on that one. Anyway, let's just rinse the brush. Is she pretty? She's pretty. And there we go. Right. So for the time being, I won't be needing that one. Now... next, yes. All right. All right. Into here. Alrighty. Let me just shake the hand up a bit. Give me a moment. What is F? I'm curious. Give me a moment, guys. Color F I'm talking about. That they list here. Oh, very dark grey. Which I have. Well, I have a very dark grey. That I acquired for the purpose. Yeah. Now we'll just go into there. There we go. Yeah, what I'm going to need to do with some parts of this is get one of my rough brushes, get right into those little crevices, and all will be well. Yeah, I was going to. On the topic of your current levels of discomfort, David. The other good thing we can that always comes very handy, I find, shit hot painkillers. Hopefully you got some. when my mum was alive, and she had huge pain issues with her. She had really savage arthritis, and she hadn't looked after her body either, and yada yada. The list goes on. But while she had a prescription for Panadine Fort, which I don't know if you guys get it. This is the thing across in different countries. I digress. But Panadine Fort, and I suppose strictly speaking should be pronounced Forte, but we'll leave that discussion there. Is ordinary paracetamol dose with a bit of, actually, no, I think it's a bit more than normal paracetamol dose, kicked up with codeine. And my mum had a prescription for it. Well, she said it didn't really diminish the pain she was in. She used to get them filled out. So as my sister and I, whenever we were majorly getting hammered in the back or whatever, because of course it happens regardless of who you are, you'd get some serious pain management. And there were times when all I'm saying is, oh yeah, oh yeah. And yeah, it is pain relief. There we go. Almost. I've still got to do some of the rough work on it as far as get the brush into the little grooves. But there's one half of the engine block. Goes, yeah, that way. So that sounds like it would have codeine in it. Yeah. There we go. Half an engine block, gentlemen and ladies. There we go. And as I always point out, others. Otherwise, I'm going to be decried as, I don't know, what's the term? Non-politically correct, which I'm not. I'm totally not. But, you know, madness. Anywho. Now then. While I'm here very quickly, because that's so nicely defined, I'm going to just touch this small part a little bit harder. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's better. All right, now the other engine block. And then I will probably I'm trying to decide what the next color will be. I would well, actually, wait, there's a couple of things that will decide that. Give me a moment. Probably our next color. I'll worry about that after we finish the engine block. Hang on. Getting myself distracted. That's what I'm doing. Let's do this first, because it won't take long. Give me a moment. There's something I've just noticed here. All right. Down here. Into there. Yeah, I used to do I used to also take Sudafed, not Sudafed, what's it? There's the whatchamacallit, ibuprofen. That's it. As well, because that's an anti-inflammatory, and although I've stopped doing that now because it raises your blood pressure, and as I'm on blood pressure medication, it's sort of counterproductive. But anyway, I used to, if I was really sore, I'd hit a couple of Panadine Fort, a couple of ibuprofen, and yeah, things would soon start getting pretty numb. All right, almost there. Now, E. Sorry, I'm just looking at eyeing of possible colours to follow up with. E is looking interesting as an option, I would suggest. Once I find out what E is. How much more E is there? Just on those. Okay. E will happen. Wonder what colour it is. All will be revealed after we finished this. Whew. Now, almost there. The thing about these paints is that because they're meant for airbrushing and being so thin, you've really got to, when you're applying them with a hand brush, be very aware that it will thin out on you, and just top it up as you go along. It's all good in the hood. And you'll get a nice, crisp, nice solid look, as you can tell, but you just got to be aware of these things. Alrighty, now almost done on this colour. It's a bit good. Alright. Healing. Almost there. Almost there. Rubbing. A bit more under here, I think. Yeah, a lot more under here. Alrighty. Finally, with the engine block, I'm going to clean this brush. Here we go. Yep. Then I'm just going to get the rough brush into some of the more, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a word I'm looking for. It doesn't really matter. We'll go with oh, it'll come to me. Anyway. Okay, this. Now, what I'd like to have done by the end of tomorrow's stream is most, if not all, of the actual engine stuff. That would be a good outcome in my eyes. So we're pretty close to getting the engine done. Now, that would then take us to doing the interior and indeed the hull. Now the hull, indeed there's a bit of airbrushing going to be required there. And indeed on the interior as well, I would suggest. Rinse. All right, now, next, that's it, the rough brush. Rough. Now, it's interesting. There's only one side that has this. They're not the same on each side in visual appearance. It's the bottom line. I'm not quite sure why, but that is the case. There we go. All right. 2 engine blocks. All right. I'll clean the brush and zoom you in. And then, now I reckon there's 1, maybe 2 things we can get done. Rinse. Now, bam. E is and metallic. Jolly good. So what we will do is, and for that I had designated steel or selected steel, and we'll also hit the fan with that color. So we've got 3 parts to do, and they're all pretty cruisy. Now, all I want to... Oh, how you doing, Joris? Thank you. This is what I'm working on here is the engine, but it'll be a 1:25 1971 351 Boss Mustang. And yeah. Now, what was I looking for? That was it. So I'm just checking there's no other colors at all on these manifolds. Answer, no. Fantastic. Shake, 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 shake. Mix this paint up. Hopefully this won't take too long. And then we'll hammer out the painting. Painting, painting, painting. Yeah. Now, is that traveling as well as I think it is? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Give it a bit more of a shake anyway, because you just don't want to be half doing this caper. Now, alrighty, boom. Steel time. Now, I could potentially trot out Mr. Actually, no, wait. There's some questions. What I'm wondering about is there are, of course, little dips in there. Is it worth just cracking out the, and on the fan as well, trotting out one of the rough brushes? The answer is yeah, probably. Alrighty. Now, Ayo, paint on hands, what the hell? I was on Marines. Yeah, we good. Ayo. Now, we'll go for a rough one. Here we go. Metallic paints freak me out. And actually, I might even see if I can show you why they freak me out in a minute. Let's just get this done. They seem to have this like almost bubbling effect while they're in the container. And it just, what makes me go, what the devil? Give me a moment. People who are more knowledgeable on paints might know why this is going on. Yeah, that's the color I want the fan. There we go. We need to get right into here though. That's the big one. The gaps more than anything else is where I find. And in fact, what I might even consider is once these gaps are done, because this brush isn't great for painting in actuality. It's good for getting into this sort of stuff. those tight little areas, and and on occasions when I don't care what happens to the brush, because this one doesn't really have any great point on it. It's more about doing this sort of work. So what I'm going to, now we've got those gaps filled, and fill in all the gaps, and I'm going to get a bigger brush. That's what I'm going to do. Now, in a minute, before I even tried out the bigger brush, and once I've cleaned this one, I'll try and show you what I'm talking about with why I find metallic paint somewhat freaky. Diddly. Now, to there. There. There we go. All right. Now, clean this brush. And then all right. Now, now. Next, that's what I was going to do. Let's see if I can show you. Now, that's, you can't see how the paint moves around like that? That's quite a common trait in metallic paints, I find, and it freaks me out. Just sharing. Now, next, bigger brush time. There's our chunker. Here we go. Get the job done properly, I tell you. Now, here we go. There we go. Get a bit more in. There we go. And they're also a bit more, I don't know if reluctant's the word, but they're thinner again than your standard paints. So, yeah, you need to apply. So, well, this one certainly is. Not the aluminium isn't so bad, but some of these can be really thin, and you're talking about, yeah, you need a couple of applications, which is fine, but yeah. Hey, we'll come back to that one in a minute. Now, depending on how long it's going to take us to get these going, will affect if I put the chrome dry brush on the rocker covers. Because whilst they're aluminium, the very tops of them are very shiny. And that's where the dry brush will come into play. So yeah. All right. That one's starting to look okay. This one's taking its merry time, as this paint will do. Now, it's not this brand, it's just this particular one I've always found to be a little tricksy. Now, we can probably let that sit. Fan. And it's going to sleep again. Marvelous. Now, shake it out. Now, obviously, I'm going to be doing a bit of repeat work on these parts, but that's okay. I wonder why. It's almost like a double blade. On this fan, I find that kind of weird too. All right. All right. They're starting to come together. I think this paint's a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? You apply it and it looks like it's not doing its job, but it actually is. Once it's on there, it's very, very, it is. I just saw it actually literally run. If you get a big enough quantity, it'll do that. But I think that's going to be okay. So we're going to let that dry because these ones here are not looking too shabby now. Now that they've dried, or closer to drying. Now, clean this brush, I'll zoom in on the... All right, yeah, I better wind the stream up. Once I've cleaned the brush and zoomed in on the exhaust manifolds, and so I'll need to start getting ready to go to the tire place. So, however, we've got a reasonable amount done today. Now, I don't know if we're going to get the entire engine completed tomorrow, but we're bloody close. That much I can confirm. And bing, yep, there's our exhaust manifolds. Now our fan is down here, same sort of a color. They suggested the same sort of a black as that. I reckon I've gone for the better opinion. All right. One thing I want to do, just give that. Very good. All right, zoom out. All righty. Well, I'll leave it there. No, we won't. That's a bit of that light, isn't it? I'm going to get a new boom soon. This one's getting a bit rugged. There we go. All right. Now, Storm was giving me a bloody halo. I digress. Now, oh, it totally is, man. I think it's just, look, I've had this boom for 3-4 years. Bigger reality, it's probably had its day. To quote a friend of mine, with use comes loss. These are facts. And it has already started to have some issues in certain spots ages ago, yada, yada, yada. I digress. Now, getting back to the point, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. First-time viewers, I think you know what I'm about to ask you to do. Follow, like, or subscribe. Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord. Again, follow, like, subscribe. Yeah. Now, tomorrow, I have a 9 o'clock appointment. I'm aiming to stream tomorrow because... my pleasure, David. Yeah, I would just like to. If I do, it'll be at the same... I'll need to be up early, so it'll be the same time. So, at the end of the day, we'll assume I'll be on tomorrow. If I wake up late or have a bad night's sleep, I probably won't be. But you'll assume I will. At which point I'll be back at the same kit time, the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll see you good people then. See yous.